On a warm summer morning, the bells rang across the kingdom. Gold banners waved. Crowds cheered. A royal wedding was about to begin, but before the sun set, people were whispering about death, because what started as a celebration ended as something far darker. A wedding so perfect it felt almost unnatural, and some believed it was never meant to happen at all. This was no ordinary royal union. Two powerful bloodlines finally coming together after decades of tension. The bride, young, admired, seen as the future of the kingdom. The groom, strategic, ambitious, and next in line to rule. Their marriage wasn't just romantic. It was political. It promised peace, stability, and absolute power. The entire kingdom watched. But behind the polished smiles and silk robes, something felt off. There had been rumors, quiet ones, about warnings, about signs no one wanted to acknowledge. And yet, the wedding went forward anyway. The palace was transformed into something out of a dream. Marble halls draped in white and gold. Thousands of candles flickering like stars trapped indoors. Music echoed through the corridors as nobles from across the land gathered to witness history. Outside, the city roared with excitement. Inside, it was almost too perfect. And then, the first moment. Subtle, easy to ignore. As the bride entered the grand hall, a sudden gust of wind slammed the doors shut behind her. Candles flickered wildly. Some went out completely. Guests exchanged glances. Uncomfortable, but no one said a word. The ceremony continued. Vows were spoken. Hands were joined. And just as the crown priest raised his voice to bless the union, he stopped mid-sentence. His face drained of color. Then he collapsed. Right there, in front of everyone. At first, people thought it was exhaustion or age, but the silence that followed felt heavier than that. Still, the wedding was completed, because stopping it now? Unthinkable. At the reception, the celebration returned. Music, laughter, wine poured endlessly, as if nothing had happened. But the cracks were already spreading. A nobleman choked suddenly during the feast. Another guest fainted without warning. Servants whispered about strange shadows in the halls. And then, the bride herself grew pale. She complained of dizziness, fatigue, a strange tightness in her chest. Guests thought it was nerves. It wasn't. Within days, she was bedridden. Within weeks, she was dead. The kingdom was stunned. The perfect queen gone before her reign even began. And it didn't stop there. The groom, now king, became distant, paranoid. He refused food prepared by palace staff. He trusted no one. Months later, he was found dead in his chambers. No wounds, no signs of struggle, just silence and fear. Within a year of the wedding, the royal court had turned into a place of funerals, not celebrations. So what really happened? Historians still debate it. Some believe it was poison, a slow, calculated assassination hidden behind ceremony and tradition. Others point to political enemies. A wedding that united power also created targets. But then, there are the accounts that don't quite fit. The priest who refused to bless the union days before. The warnings recorded in private letters. Mentions of an unholy bond. And one detail that still unsettles researchers today. A prophecy, one that claimed, if these two bloodlines unite, the crown will fall into shadow. People at the time dismissed it as superstition, as fear. But after the deaths began, that same prophecy spread like wildfire. And suddenly, the wedding wasn't just tragic. It was cursed. The kingdom never truly recovered. Power fractured. Alliances collapsed. And the palace that once held that grand wedding was eventually abandoned, left to decay. Its halls empty. Its candles long extinguished. Today, historians still search for answers. Was it poison, politics, or something far harder to explain? Because sometimes history doesn't just record events. It preserves warnings. And this wedding, what was meant to unite a kingdom, may have been the moment it was doomed